Welcome back to our tournament preview show. We're going to take a look at our boys' games of the year. Rivalry game, EL and Lewiston tied in the final seconds. Grayson Bernard, with time running out, gives Lewiston the win. Another rivalry game, Yarmouth and York. Clippers trying for the win at the horn, but Robbie Hanscom, the rejection to preserve the win. Cheverus leading Windham in the fourth. Tyree James leads the comeback, and they win it in overtime. Our games of the year in high school boys basketball. Going back to the pandemic year, the Oceanside girls are a remarkable 109-8 with 2 state championships. From the files of the Rich Get Richer this year, the program welcomed freshman Olivia Breen, who already was a household name in Maine hoop circles before she even got to high school.
You don't have to watch Olivia Breen for long to see why she earned offers from D1 schools like BC and Providence before she even started high school. But her road to D1 hit a roadblock last year. Playing at Cooper Flagg's Montverde Academy, she needed surgery for a dislocated shoulder and torn labrum and only played 2 games, leading to her return to home.
I kind of struggled with mental health a little bit down there. And I'm coming back, kind of like rebuild myself, kind of like find like my reason like why I'm playing basketball again, because like as an athlete, like that was my first time like ever being like taken off of a court in my life. So I had to figure out what it was like away from it.
It was tough being away from the game, but she says she found a version of herself she never would have found without the injury.
Down there I made lots of friends. I would have never made friends outside of the basketball world down there if it wasn't for me taking a step out of my comfort zone.
Back on the court, she's thriving, playing for her father and along with a talented team.
She's rehabbed well, and she's just kind of settling in, and she's got good girls around her, so it helps the transition go smoothly.
And those girls aren't afraid to feed her the ball, like the night in January where she looked back to health, scoring a school record 50 points.
It was just by chance. I was just getting the ball on the rim, and like my teammates were giving it to me, and I wouldn't have been able to even get close to that accomplishment without them.
Quite an accomplishment there. Now the state finalists from Class B girls from a year ago have departed the class. Biddeford in Class A now, Caribou in Class C. And there are plenty of contenders ready to fill the void.
Marshwood will be an unknown, having played an entirely Class A schedule. The Hawks have strong guard play with Isabel Tice and Natalie Lathrop. Greeley went from a 7-win team to 13 wins this year. The Rangers control tempo and make you earn everything. York's Nia Avery is one of the few guaranteed double-doubles in the tournament. The Wildcats have a signature win, beating Gray. Oceanside could have 4 double-digit scorers any night with Renee Ripley, Abby Stackpole, Olivia Breen, and Grace Mackey. Their inside-outside game is elite, and they haven't scored less than 50 in a game. Like Oceanside, Gray has an impact freshman in Bryn Gilmore. The Patriots can play with anyone, owning a win over Mount Ararat on their resume. Abby Steele stirs the drink for a team that can win in multiple ways.
Meanwhile, up north, it's Old Town up at the top of the standings. Taylor Loring is a standout, and they have 2 6-footers protecting the paint for the Coyotes. And Gardner up there, too. They ran through the north with just a loss to Oceanside. They are young, with sophomore Molly Takatsu filling up the stat sheet on an every-night basis. And you hear people say, you don't want to get them now because down the road, well, that Gardner team, very talented, good size, and young, Michael. And when we look at North and South, we've seen big upsets in the regional semifinals in Class B girls.
Right, and we're not supposed to do this, but it's easy to look ahead, right, and think about what might be a regional final matchup down here in the South between Gray New Gloucester and Oceanside, and how compelling that would be. But there are some other teams that are going to be standing in the way. For me, Marshwood is kind of the great unknown, and you alluded to that. The fact they played the Class A schedule, and I think that's going to be very helpful for them because they beat a lot of those teams, and they really surged at the end of the season. Greeley's had a great year, and unfortunately, they draw Marshwood right out of the gate. Gray New Gloucester doesn't have York on the same side of the bracket, and York's the one team that did beat it earlier this year. But it's hard to see Gray New Gloucester, the way they've spread the ball around, the way they play so beautifully. They're experienced players, and of course Bryn Gilmore, who's been a revelation. They've been terrific, and then what Olivia Breen and company are going to do, I think fans down here are always in for a treat when these great mid-coast teams like Oceanside and Madomic come down, get to see these players in person. So they'll have a large fan following, and if the top seeds do get through to the regional final, that could be one for the ages.
Yeah, You know, like you said, Oceanside with lots of playoff experience. That record over the last few years is really incredible. Poland, a 12-6 team,
Yep.
you know, in there at the 6th seed, so not an easy one for York for start out. And, you know, looking forward to what could be a pretty good run there. And like I said, coming out of the North, Gardner has been very impressive, even though they did lose to Oceanside earlier this year. Now, with the new classifications, new schedule, the B girls lead things off in Portland next Friday with Poland and York. That's the first game at the Expo. Now, the Class D South tournament is at the Augusta Civic Center with its 4 quarterfinal games on Saturday for the boys. Mount Abram and Monmouth are the top seeds in that tournament, but don't count out Madison. The Bulldogs beat Monmouth and took Mount Abram to overtime before losing. Jacob Linkletter and Braden Furbush are go-to players for Madison. All right. Monmouth won 7 straight to finish the season. Levi Laverdier can fill it up, and he and Jacob Hartman have big game experience for the Mustangs. And Mount Abram, well, they're the top seed. They lost 3 in a row early, but closed the year winning 12 of 13. Junior Brendan Mitchell is a guy to watch. He can really put a team on his back and can really ball. All right, so much more to look ahead here on the Hoops 8 preview show. When we return, let's talk Mid-Coast, where some of the best basketball the last 5 years has been played. It's emerged from that coastal community. And we relive some tournament memories. 35 years ago, this tournament, a curly-haired teen from Clinton introducing herself to the state, Cindy Blodgett, as a freshman, took Lawrence to a state championship, her first of 4 straight. 10 years ago, another Mainer who would end up in the WNBA, Mackenzie Holmes, helping Gorham to a AA championship. In 2011, it was the Anderson sisters from Levitt, captivating Hoops fans with their sensational shot making, helping Levitt pass Nokomis for the title. And 25 years ago this February, the Valley Boys were in the middle of their legendary run. The Cavs won their 4th straight, and Maine Basketball Hall of Famer Nick Pilock completing his career unbeaten. A lot of memories, more memories to come. More tournament preview show when we come back.